Okay guys, let's start with the burning question on everyone's lips. Did Nicki and Cardi just squash their beef to gang up and expose Offset? I know, right? It sounds like something straight out of a movie. But loves, sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. Now, for those of you who've been living under a rock, Nicki and Cardi have been at each other's throats for the past 6 years. It's been a feud of epic proportions with shade thrown left and right. But hold on to your wigs, because word on the street is that these two powerhouses might have finally buried the hatchet. And the reason? It's messier than a toddler eating spaghetti. Apparently, Cardi B has officially filed for divorce from Offset. Again. But this time, it seems like she's really done with him for good. A source close to Cardi spilled the tea, saying they've grown apart. That's what drove her to this decision more than anything else. The source added that it wasn't an overnight decision, but something that's been brewing for a while. Now here's where things get juicy. On the same day Cardi announced her divorce, she also dropped another bombshell. She's pregnant. Talk about plot twists. She shared the news on Instagram with a caption that read, "With every ending comes a new beginning. I'm so grateful to have shared this season with you. You have brought me more love, more life, and most of all, renewed my power. Reminded me that I can have it all. You reminded me that I never have to choose between life, love, and my passion." But besties, the real gag is Nicki Minaj's reaction to all this drama. Instead of throwing shade like we've come to expect, Nicki surprised everyone by showing support for Cardi. Can you believe it? Nicki tweeted, "Stop be up on yourself. Handle it gently." Now, it might seem cryptic, but in Nicki speak, that's practically a hug and a shoulder to cry on. People were shook, to say the least. One fan tweeted, "Nicki and Cardi same team? I'm here for it. They are going through some similar issues and need each other." Another chimed in saying, "More than likely Nicki is experiencing something similar and is able to empathize. I'm glad she's being supportive. Hopefully it will carry on even after this mess is over with." Now let's rewind a bit and dive into why Nicki showing support to Cardi is such a big deal. These two have been feuding for years, and a lot of it had to do with, you guessed it, Offset. In fact, he was one of the major reasons why Nicki and Cardi got into it in the first place. But here's where it gets even messier. Apparently, Nicki and Offset have some history of their own. There were rumors flying around that they had a little fling back in the day. But when Cardi came into the picture and blew up, Offset switched gears real quick. He saw an opportunity to boost his career through Cardi, something Nicki was too smart to let him do with her. Nicki even threw some shade at Offset in her verse for Katy Perry's song Swish Swish. She rapped, "Silly rap beefs just get me more checks. My life is a movie, I'm never Offset, me and my amigos, no, not Offset." Oof, talk about a burn. But the drama doesn't stop there, loves. Remember that viral video of Cardi looking through Offset's phone and seeing a seductive photo of Nicki? Well, our girl Nicki decided to be petty in the best way possible and posted that exact photo on her Instagram with the caption, "Sees my sexy every time she scrolls." Now that's what I call stirring the pot. Nicki didn't stop there either. In her verse for Pop Smoke's Welcome to the Party remix, she spat, "Keep it real, you really mad cause your baby dad used to like me though. I ain't F him cause I ain't want him. Told him take a hike like a hiker though." Talk about not holding back. But the drama between Nicki and Offset isn't just about old flames and jealousy. Things got real heated last year at the VMAs. Nicki's husband, Kenneth Petty, made a video of himself and a friend calling out Offset to come outside and fight. Kenneth even went as far as threatening Offset's life. Now mind you, Nicki was hosting the VMAs that night and only brought Kenneth for emotional support. But this man was outside the building making a fool of himself and potentially jeopardizing his probation. The reason for all this drama? Apparently, Offset had been talking smack about Kenneth. He slid into the DMs of one of Kenneth's friends and started running his mouth because the friend had been threatening Cardi a few days earlier. Offset wrote, "Where you located? You guys peace speaking on female business and talking crazy. Broke self don't got money for war." Well, all this online beef caught the attention of Kenneth's probation officer, and before you know it, Kenneth was slapped with 120 days of house arrest. Offset, being the mature adult he is, sarcasm intended, besties, decided to rub salt in the wound by posting a video of himself boarding a private jet. The message was clear, "I'm rich and free while you're stuck at home." But the drama didn't stop there. Someone anonymously called the police to Nicki and Kenneth's house claiming they were mistreating their son. Many people, including Nicki herself, hinted that Offset might have been behind this. Nicki posted on Instagram saying, "2 times my home was surrounded by large guns. The same person made a false claim to CPS. Funny how this person hasn't been found, mentioned, arrested, nada." Now, some people speculate that the reason Offset was coming for Nicki's husband and trying to get a rise out of her is that he's still hung up on her. Remember those fling rumors we talked about earlier? Well, apparently Offset used to leave thirsty comments under all of Nicki's IG posts and show up to every event she attended. But when Cardi blew up and the industry started turning on Nicki, Offset hopped on the Nicki hate train faster than you can say Bodak Yellow. So as you can see, besties, there's a whole lot of history and bad blood between Nicki, Cardi, and Offset, which is why Nicki's recent show of support for Cardi is such a big deal. It seems like Cardi leaving Offset might have been the sign Nicki was waiting for to finally make up with her. But here's the real tea. Nicki didn't just show support for Cardi, she also went off on Offset. That's right, loves. Nicki apparently exposed Offset for trying to hook up with her and pretty much backed up Cardi's entire decision to divorce him. She dragged him for destroying his family just because he couldn't keep it in his pants. Nicki was not playing with him, and honestly, we're here for it. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this the end of the Nicki-Cardi feud? Are we finally going to see these two queens unite and take over the hip-hop world together? Well, it's hard to say for sure, but one thing's certain. The possibility of Nicki and Cardi squashing their beef has got fans more excited than a kid on Christmas morning. Just imagine the power these two could have if they joined forces. They've both proven time and time again that they're forces to be reckoned with in the music industry. Nicki's been in the game for years, paving the way for female rappers and breaking records left and right. And Cardi, she burst onto the scene like a firework and hasn't stopped shining since. If these two decided to put their differences aside and collaborate, it would be more than just a song. It would be a cultural moment. We're talking break the internet levels of excitement. Plus, it would send a powerful message about women supporting women in an industry that often pits them against each other. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, besties. While Nicki's show of support is definitely a step in the right direction, we don't know for sure if this means they've fully squashed their beef. These things take time, especially when there's been so much drama and bad blood between them. What we do know is that both Nicki and Cardi are strong, talented women who have been through a lot. They've both dealt with the pressures of fame, the challenges of being women in a male-dominated industry, and the struggles of balancing their personal lives with their careers. In many ways, they probably understand each other better than most people ever could. So, what do you think, loves? Is this the beginning of a beautiful friendship between Nicki and Cardi? Or is it just a temporary truce in the face of Offset's drama? And what about Offset? Do you think he'll try to win Cardi back? Or is this really the end for them? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over, so make sure you're subscribed and have those notifications turned on because you don't want to miss a single drop of this piping hot drama. Until next time, besties, keep slaying, keep supporting each other, and remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind, unless someone's trying to mess with your man, then all bets are off. Love you all. Goodbye.